Hello everyone, this is the Mayor of Gaming, and the Humble Store is having their spring sale. Yay! And I decided to make a little mini-series documenting some of the best deals that they have of the day. I already missed the first day because by the time I found out about this, it was pretty much already over. But today is showing a lot of really good deals, so let's get right to it. First off, we have Prison Architect, the alpha for it. It's still an early access game, but honestly, this game's already pretty damn good and pretty damn addictive. It was priced at $30. Now you can get it for $5.99. It's a really freaking good game. I wholeheartedly support it. I've played it for hours, and even though it's an early alpha, it feels pretty much complete. I actually stopped playing it because I want to play it again when it's fully complete and kind of see the contrast. You know, I find that a little fun. But yes, you build and manage a maximum security prison. It's a prison management sim, and it actually plays really, really well. I can kind of describe it as kind of a dwarf fortress-ish sort of way of building where, you know, you designate things and then your workers will build it, and so on and so forth. So, highly recommend this one. So let's move on. Next up, we have a game that has only one rule. Don't starve. It works because it's also the name of the game. Don't Starve is currently $7.49, down from $15. And it's pretty good. It's a lot of fun. It definitely has a dark tone, which it runs with fantastically. And it has shown a lot of improvement, especially with the DLCs. I wasn't a big fan of the game at first, to be honest, but Reign of the Giants, when that came out, I decided to give it another try and ended up really liking it. It's a lot of fun. You can kind of build things, craft things. You know, it kind of has the Minecraft-y bit where you take resources, use resources to build things, use the things that you build to not die. Overall, it's pretty simple, and it's a hell of a lot of fun. So, Don't Starve if that sounds like a game that you would enjoy. $7.49 right now. So yeah, give it a look. Who here likes shooting aliens? I do. And Psychonauts definitely allows you to do that. It is the spiritual successor to the old XCOM strategy games, which does have a remake, an actual, remake, which is pretty damn good. Enemy Unknown and Enemy Within. But this one gets more of a classic feel to it. It takes place during a Cold War era Earth, and there's an invasion of alien. You have to use a small squad of soldiers, eliminate extraterrestrial, recover their technology, and yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks a bit more detailed as far as interactivity than XCOM Enemy Unknown did. In Enemy Unknown while it was really good, it was just kind of, it wasn't as, how should I put it? It wasn't as in-depth as the old ones. It was still really good. This one looks like it manages to capture that a lot more. I haven't played this one, but they're asking at $12.49 for it, and I pretty much just clicked add to cart. So, yeah, I've heard it's been getting nothing but amazing reviews, and people seem to enjoy it. So, yes, if you're a fan of the classic XCOM series, check out Psychonauts. So, moving on. Republic Remastered. This game looks interesting. I haven't played this. This is another one that I haven't touched nor have I really heard of until now. And I'm kind of saddened by that because this looks pretty cool. Developed by industry veterans behind Metal Gear Solid 4, Halo 4, Fear, Black and White 2, SOCOM, and using Unity 5. It's a remaster. Republic is a stealth action game that takes place during the internet age and features the whole government surveillance thing. Something that's kind of been a hot topic as of late, so that actually sounds really cool. The description of the game is you receive a call from Hope, a woman trapped inside a mysterious totalitarian state. Hacking into an elaborate surveillance network, you guide Hope through a web of danger and deception across 5 thrilling episodes. It sounds really fun. 1 through 3 are out right now, but if you get this, all of it is included. You know, when 4 and 5 comes out, you get those as well. Kind of like how Telltale does their series. But yes, this actually looks really interesting, and I kind of want to take a look at it. Right now they're asking for $18.74, down from $25. So, yeah, it definitely looks like something worth checking out. And moving on. This is a game I have backed financially when it was on Kickstarter, so, you know, full disclosure there. But I am not, you know, that doesn't affect my opinion on this game. If it sucked, I would tell you. But Wasteland 2 was one of the finest games I've played so far this year. It feels like Fallout 2 with just... it's so good. It's one of the best RPGs I've played in a long time. I even think it's better than Pillars of Eternity so far. And I love Pillars of Eternity. But this game just... I love the storytelling. I love the characters. I like the setting. I love the setting. I like just everything about it is really good. If you like RPGs, if you like the classic Fallout, if you like anything like that, and you've been itching for a classic Fallout since Fallout's more or less become an RPG shooter, which is still good, but it's not classic Fallout, you owe it to yourself to check out Wasteland 2, because holy shit, it brings you back to a day where games like Fallout 1 and 2 were the norm. When you thought of roleplay, that's what you thought of. So, yeah, one of the best games I've played in a long time. Definitely one of the highlights of... Was it this year? Or was it last year? I can't remember. All I remember is I really freaking enjoyed my time with it. So, I think you would too if you enjoy RPGs. So, yeah. Right now they are asking for $19.99 for it, down from $40, so it's half off. So if you've been thinking about Wasteland 2, kind of been on the fence, maybe this will tip you over, because this is a good game that deserves to be played. I'd love to see this become a franchise, you know, where they can just keep making more of these. Because when I finished Wasteland 2, the first thing I thought was, oh, it's over? I wanted more. This is after a, you know, long-ass playtime. So, anyway, yeah. Wasteland 2. You don't own it, get it. Holy shit, it's good. Next, I have a soft spot for platformers. And that's kind of why the Giana Sisters caught my eye in the first place. I'd heard the infamous story about how they were, you know, just rip-offs of the Mario Brothers originally, but now they came back their own thing, their own style, their own, you know, feel, and it's a damn solid game. And they're asking for $3.59 for the game and the Rise of the Overlord, which is the DLC, which adds a decent bit to the game, actually. The Giana Sisters are... It's a platformer where you control 2 characters simultaneously that you switch between, and it has this awesome mechanic where when you switch between the characters, not only do the characters change, but everything around them changes. When you change into the punk rocker style sister, everything kind of becomes sort of Halloween themed, like kind of dark and twisted and things like that. And then when you turn into the other more sweet sister, more cutesy sister, everything kind of becomes like a fantasy fairy tale sort of world. And this aesthetic works really well. I don't think there is many puzzles that use you having to switch, like, the environment. Mostly it's just an aesthetic thing. But you do have to use each of the sisters' abilities to get through the levels. The punk rocker's fireball and the floaty jump of the more cutesy sister. It's a great game. Good challenge. Wonderful visuals. Holy shit. Controls really tight. I did have a few issues with collision. Like, it kind of felt a little loose at times. But overall, really solid game, and definitely worth a play for $3.50. You know, $3.59. That's definitely worth it. So check it out. Moving on. As much as I dislike Tim Schafer now, he was one of my favorite game devs. I mean, I really enjoyed him. He was one of my favorite game devs. I loved almost everything he did. And then he kind of went, well, full Macintosh. However, he did make one really damn good gem. Well, a few really damn good gems before he became a total shitlord. Psychonauts is one of them. One of the best third-person platforming 3D sort of games that came out in that era was definitely Psychonauts. And that era was, was after Banjo-Kazooie, after people didn't quite know what to do with 3D platformers. I mean, we didn't really get too many. We got, Jak and Daxter, that was a lot of fun. Ratchet and Clank, also a lot of fun. But Psychonauts was kind of overlooked at its time. And they're asking for 99 cents for this game. It's a game that you'll get quite a few hours out of, a good laugh out of, a lot of collectibles. So if you've been itching for a collectathon 3D platformer sort of deal, this is definitely a good game to, good time to pick it up. It's $1. You can't go wrong with that. And, put feelings about Tim Schafer aside for a moment and just acknowledge that he once was pretty damn good at what he did. Hopefully he'll come back around. Moving on. To the Moon. This is a game made in RPG Maker, I'm fairly sure, and it's more of a story than a full-fledged game. However, this is a really, really touching story. I can't say much without ruining anything, but you're gonna cry bitch tears. I'm gonna tell you that much. You're probably gonna get some feels along this trip. Little rundown that it gives: Dr. Rosaline and Dr. Watts have peculiar jobs. They give people another chance to live, but only in their patients' heads. Due to the severity of the operation, the new life becomes the last thing the patients remember before drawing their last breath. It's only done to people on their deathbeds to fulfill what they wish they had done but did not. This story, you have to fulfill the dreams of Johnny, which steps back in time. A new fragment of Johnny's past is revealed. The two doctors piece together puzzled events that spanned a lifetime. They seek to find out just why the frail old man chose his dying wish to be what it is. His last wish is to go to the moon. So, if you want a game where you can just sit back, enjoy a nice story, relax, have a cup of tea, and probably cry a little bit, keep the tissue box handy, To the Moon, you could definitely do worse. So, let's move on before I start choking up a bit more. Last game, I'm looking at Trine Enchanted Edition. Trine is a really, really, really good platformer. You swap between 3 characters, each with different abilities: a mage, a rogue, and a warrior. Kind of 3 Vikings, or the Lost Vikings-ish, but it's its own thing. For one, you all inhabit one body. It's weird, I know, but go with it. The story's okay, but most of the fun comes from the gameplay. And this game was really good. It got a sequel, which is also really good, and now we have a third one, which is in early access, which flummoxes me. However, Trine's a great game. The Enchanted Edition is also really good. If you like platformers, you're doing yourself a disservice by not owning this. If you've already played it, you know what I mean. It's $1.50 right now, down from $15. That's a crazy good deal. So, if you like platformers, give this a go. Alright, let me wrap this up then. Now, there were a few games on the list that I didn't mention because I either haven't played them or it's usually because I haven't played them and I don't know enough about it to have an informed opinion to really, give it a full little endorsement. However, I will list off the ones that I saw, don't know much about, but they interest me. Where was it? Gods Will Be Watching. I haven't heard much about it, but it looks interesting. You can get it now for $5. The Tesla Effect, a Tex Murphy adventure, $5. It's a live-action point-and-click adventure. Really campy, really cheesy, and honestly, it looks like a lot of fun. I just don't know much about it. Secrets of, I'm going to butcher this, Raytakan? Raytakan? I don't know. Secrets of Raytakan, why not? Little adventure platformer with some puzzles thrown in. Looked interesting. Not too sure if I would recommend it, mainly because I'm not sure, other than the art aesthetic that I really like, I don't know how the game plays or anything like that. You can get that now for $3.33. The Joylancer, legendary motor knight thing. It looks really cool. It's like a Game Boy-esque game. It kind of reminds me, oddly enough, of, what was that game? Drill Dozer. Drill Dozer with some more action-oriented elements, beat-em-up stuff, and the whole thing is made like an old Game Boy game. It looks really neat. However, it's in early access. I know little to nothing about it, but you can get it now for $5. So, if that's something that you would be interested in, check it out. The Swapper, which I've heard is a really good puzzle game, but I've never played myself. $2.99 right now. Honestly, I'd give that a bash. Why not? Why not, right? Roundabouts. Never played it, and I don't think I ever will. It doesn't seem like something I'd be too interested in. I've heard it's hilarious in a bad 80s movie, 70s movie sort of way, but I don't know, it just doesn't really appeal to me. But you can, if that sort of thing would appeal to you, you can get it for $7.50 right now. So, yeah. Anyway, that finishes up the deals that I have seen that I think are, decently worth it. There might be more on here that you would think are worth it. We'll go ahead and recommend it down in the comments below. Tastes, tastes are different between everyone. I'm just going off of the ones that I thought were the most interesting. Anyway, these have been the deals on the Humble Store Spring Sale for May 9th, 2015. So, if you enjoyed this video, like it, and if you want to hear more, neat deals or mediocre Let's Plays or just random news shit that I find out every so often, hit the little subscribe button. Really appreciate it. Until next time, this has been the Mayor of Gaming. Have a good one.